always trying to remove money from your hand when I'm just trying to make life easy for all of us. So
But regarding the whole room cleaning, is he picking it up?
room cleaning, that one has ended now. We have somebody doing it now.
Oh, okay. True that. So now, but your parents have somebody like Buja doing all these things now.
Do they now? I don't think they do now.
Okay, I thought they did.
Which one should I follow? Follow this one.
I remember the time when your mom was powering for the whole. Why would you get somebody?
Yeah, they did at some point. They did. They did at some point. But we order this lag right now. How much for Dumpy?
The God knows. He said,
I don't think you order it online.
Yeah, you can go offline to run it. Not less than 20k, nothing less than 20k, nothing less. Go come. 20k is the base. It's that good spot, bro. But literally, this year, I thought myself that I may get a babe, but it ended up I did not. I never took it as a serious goal, though. Never a serious.
Bro, I love this truck. There's no get how I need to get truck. You know, just get how.
It's the most practical car in Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
Type of car in Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
You can carry loads. You can enter bad roads. Yeah, and the party is today.
Yeah.
Bro, that 50k is a big.
It's alarming.
After so that they take my 50k. Yesterday I was just gonna buy vodka and juice. I said, at least my body was
proper.
My body was okay. Slept by 12.
Okay, now fly.
I think the road goes this way.
So yes, one goes this way.
Saying diversion to Songo.
Yes. That's the way I used to last time. So let me use it again. Because all these people, they are wasting their time. That place is. Well, it's not as if we'll still not meet them, but let's just use it. My mom called me now. Call her when I used to. And themselves, they learn to calm down.
This whole single women raising kids. Sometimes I feel somehow for this my niece. Because I literally see that. Okay, now before she packed out of the house, like I see this, I can see this whole. She's acting up. She's kind of like misbehaving, and mom is just looking at pictures, and I'm like, no, this is a lot. I think this is how it starts.
Hello, ma. Hello, do. Yeah, Odojana, hello, Tomo. Huh? Ugoka, Ona, Ubile, Ugoka, di. On our on our school. Eh? Yes, on our jubilee. When I reach there now, I'll see him now. No, I've not been able to get. Eh? All right. Thank you. What are they doing? Okay, I get. I get. I get. I get. But,
You know a roundabout.
yeah, I know. I get. I was asking what are they doing? Yeah.
They're trying to ease into the roundabout now.
How's the stability of this thing when it shakes?
Uh, I, I really have not watched it, right? So there are different levels of stabilization, right? This is the highest level.
Okay.
I've not really checked it out. I'm still getting to be doing the settings more.
So, but you relating with the girl, has she thrown off any attitude at you guys ever?
Well, kind of some very very native village way of thinking.
Okay. Example.
It's okay. It's her birthday. Let's buy a cake. Let's do this. Oh, don't worry, it's taken care of already. Okay, no problems. It's her birthday. I called her. No response.
Oh, the woman herself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was talking about the baby. I was like, yeah.
So the baby. I'm saying so. I think so. I think the baby. So something that people should realize is that babies and mother communication doesn't have to happen verbally.
Mm-hmm.
For example, every time the baby was in the house, baby felt very very uncomfortable. Did not
Anytime.
really feel comfortable.
Anytime.
Like when baby was there in the house, she was not really comfortable. It's
Because
almost
she
like
would have been watching, mother would say, watch what you eat, that kind of thing.
so something like that. So it just felt like we're just doing this for the sake of okay, fine. We do it for the sake of our brothers.
Mm.
So just about I guess as women to women bands and all that as well. My mom came around. My brother was talking about how talking about babes that come around.
She asked Madam Diana, Madam
No.
Diana brought it up.
Just brought it up.
Ah.
Oh, it didn't bust my head though. Like she said, our wife. Oh, where's our wife? I said, like she's just joking. I was just like, that joke is too far. From where to where?
And me knowing your mom, she was say, what's this up?
Yeah, she asked what does she mean? I just dismissed it. I said, there's nothing to worry about. And none of them are
We should caution herself for which kind of.
as in
they pay you to watch my moves.
Sorry?
I didn't pay you to watch my moves.
I said,
Person if you see hot akara, why like this? This morning.
I'm not eating hot akara in long time. I mean, hot one is fresh from this thing with that bread. All these kind of areas you get out.
I need to tell you.
I know. I think it's the dust. I'm waiting to the dust. This is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This is what people are coming to town. So,
This is exact. What?
Well, I heard one part, self.
I heard that this guy is sponsoring it. Comment on that.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Because of his airstrip.
Huh?
Because of his airstrip.
Why did they allow him to do it?
Why did they allow him to do it? Yeah. Oh, bro, they ask these people questions. They behave like say they choke on normally.
You're about to say something.
Yoruba girls are nyash. You get the way we did always get nyash, Yoruba girls. I get nyash fast for the country.
Yeah.
Like when I mean nyash, like the nyash they shoot out. They shoot out.
I won't believe it's what they eat.
What are they eating that the rest of the country
Hey,
is not
somebody
eating?
asked a question one day. The guy said, look at South African babes.
Uh,
See their shapes. Like, they are thick, thick, thick. Like, you showed a video of all of them thick. It's like, what are they eating that our Nigerian babes are not eating? And all that.
you need to understand it.
Yes, I don't know about you. I think for the Yorubas, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't fake up. This one is their lane.
I suspect maybe is the statue food they eat. I don't know. If you look at their meal plan and their lifestyle, what is this? It's not like a. If you look at the statue food and the meal they eat, and that one she's looking young. I'm not sure their career black. It's all those old women that have been in the business, serving akara for years. I want to believe that we have at least we don't have more than 30 minutes on the show.
No, 22 minutes. 18 minutes. Once you just enter the good road, it's fired down straight. Right now, I'm saying make I feel reach the boy fast.
Yeah, so it was like. So I have this thought in my head right that when women are like younger and they are younger and more innocent, they try to want to cast themselves. Like when they're younger and innocent, for example, now is young. You're young and you're telling me that you're done with your whole face. Like to you don't got the OT that you're turning me off. And if I'm an OT guy, if I'm a guy that has OT, you're turning me off. Because the more advanced babes will not tell you that will never tell you that.
I'm done with my whole
I'm
face.
done with my whole face. That is things in my head. Like,
were you trying to like impress me?
I get the impression that you're done with your whole face. Like, what?
My house, they don't come right down. When they tell me say you're done.
So you're done. So what happens to my place? Like the house, the landing ground. Settle down. When I saw that Cushman's post of Alte Badi, I remember that your ex.
What's up with her?
I just remember her did, and looking at the comment section about Omo, all these ones, if they enter your life, it can cause trauma for 3 years.
Bro, if not more, if not life.
They do everything apart from, as in they do everything a wife can do apart from putting that ring on the finger. And you can't put the ring on the finger. And that ring is not
and they are worth it, but just that whole thing that they have cut out for themselves is what just kills it.
What's that?
The vibe now they bring, the whole phase, the things they have done, like. But I don't know whether that thing gives them experience though. Because after going through a whole phase, you should have experience of how to take care of a man or how to know what a man is thinking.
Well, they'll have feminine energy because you can't have masculine energy and still do that shit.
Yeah.
I'll give you blue.
I did tell you.
So I feel that they have feminine energy.
Very soft.
They will explore. Yeah, they will explore a lot. They will explore a lot. Oh, okay. Noodles. Yeah, they'll be open to explore, so they know what's the right spot to hit.
This highway is supposed to be longer than this. See all the space that they are packing, it's not supposed to be so.
The trucks again.
Don't worry, this is your car. You can't pay for car wash. That's dust.
It's not Hamilton again.
You don't see Tyro?
Yeah, it's balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to choke me that time? They call me.
Bro.
They give me like 16 missed calls.
This guy won't choke me. Ha! The choke you won't bad.
Well, they go bad for you because you the picking call. Yeah, no pick up.
I don't have his number, so every time he calls, I forgot it is 0913. So it got to a point where I'm like, okay, now it is 0913. I don't catch this number now. the guy started sending me text. Mr. OJ has paid, he has balanced it, blah 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 blah. I said, see, Taiwo, you know what? Call me on Thursday. Thursday morning, he didn't even need to call me. I just sent money. I called and said, Taiwo,
Check.
that same, which account should I say? Send it to me. I just pay because, bro, you think I won't finish me?
Bro, you would think that is money on your life.
I swear.
The way Taiwo is on your life.
And the way, the kind of tone, it's as if he's begging for the money with the tone.
Exactly.
And but the frequency of the call is like, he'll call you now, call in the evening, and be soft. I just want to know how you're doing, how's everything. So, Mr. OJ has paid for his own swimming, or your balance is 15K. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
Oh,
God.
thank God you even cut that 50. That's how I would have gone to do 20. God, I would have just been sad.
How?
You know, I was thinking it was our balance was 20 now.
Yeah. But bro, but yeah, I tried because I was
Yeah.
really patient.
Yeah. And I feel like when we go back, he will still correct us on some things.
Yeah, he's patient. We can't do that at 25 hours again, no.
No, I can't even do no.
Ah, God, no.
I'm not doing any. I'm not doing. I would rather be training than doing class on 75 hours. I mean, you can't be learning something new like that on that kind of.
Ah, God,
See this
God.
one, see the belly.
I swear. It's the way, I think these people, they are aware of the belly thing. That's why they have all these trainers. Is it Gedi they call it? Suck belly that will press their stomach. I'm like,
Waist trainer.
and they call it waist trainers.
How she get just let it down? Like she let her head down. just the float. Like if she's pregnant, it's another thing. But man, how do you have your belly like that? Are they not cautioning you at home? Don't they? Like, so I feel like we don't have that. Like women are no more advising women in this country.
I don't think they are. So, it's no more advising. Why would you say that?
Because before they'll be like, your mom will be cautioning you, don't eat too much. Do this, take a step. Do you understand? But now you're seeing your girl just go out of shape and you're comfortable with it. Some even encourage it. Like Mr. Kennedy now and his wife, I've seen how they try to make Kayla and her sister walk to school every morning.
Walk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, school.
Opposite on Christ and Mercy.
How old are they?
Kayla should be no more than 10 years, 7, 8.
And they walk. And
the baby should be like 4, 3.
who works with them?
Their housemate.
Okay.
Carries them sometimes, but most of the time she tries to make them walk.
Oh yeah, that's a very safe distance.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a very safe distance. Oh, that's good, bro.
She came out one day crying. I was like, Kayla, why are you crying? She said, Mommy said I'm too fat. And I said, hey, don't worry. When you grow, you lose all the fat. But I saw what the mom was trying to do. If you don't catch it early,
Yeah,
then
that's why forget that
she'll
thing though.
grow it.
Say when they grow up, forget that thing. That thing does not work. You cannot outwork your way from pleasure.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's a nasty idea.
Mm-hmm.
See, when it grows up, you will grow out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very ridiculous.
So just like keep
If
on
the habit is a habit of pleasure, forget it. Especially food, and take it or leave it. The food is our food is getting more addictive by the day.
Mm-hmm.
The food you eat is becoming way more addictive by the fucking day.
I'm mad. I think I have time to spend on this food.
You know, some people say I'm hungry, I want to eat shawarma. I'm like, okay, shawarma is like what, 2 or 3K. 2 or 3K will give you a very decent meal.
Like proper with all the nutrients.
Yes, sir.
Is
But
it
when
more you want to buy? Is it
This post hits me hard like yesterday. It says, becoming a man, you get to realize that living a boring life is the way.
Now what I try to tell you now? Like see even Joseph, you get one of the guy we come meet us today. They're gonna talk about another guy where the tech bro. Let's say all of them the tech bros. He can't talk about how like he won't be trying to impress one girl, he go Abuja, he spend money, blah blah. Yeah. But the point is say three of us knew that, plus the babe that was sitting. The babe was like, why do we now try to impress if we know we don't get? One of them said that, say, when I go green, if we talk, say we don't get. That kind of thing, which is fact.
But, so, hold on, please. I feel that two ways of saying that thing, right?
Yeah.
One, she won't listen to you if you can't prove that point.
Yeah.
And two, I believe is a way of making boys stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, so fine, okay, I've done this thing once. How can I do it again? They begin to explore their minds on how they can double their hustle.
Yeah.
So they can. So I don't think impressing is not that bad if you have plans to stretch yourself to step up your game. So that's
Oh
my
no,
thinking.
definitely. But when it comes to the boring life talk, it's more of you impressing her with your boring life.
Okay, I'm not referring to impression, but okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
I get your point. But like, in terms of that you meet this babe and you're trying to impress her, sure, there are ways to do it, but don't do it in a way that throws out all the that just throws out excitement. Like, intellect wins a lot.
Mhm.
Just plain intellect, just being able to interact with her,
Mhm.
he wins. So it's sorry, man. It's boys realizing that yes, money plays a big role. In fact, very major role. But you have enough to throw it around. Look for other ways.
Okay.
Other ways that you can manage it, and make sure it's those ways or skills that's bringing you to the table, not necessarily always the money that you cannot go and just print from anywhere. That's what I'm trying to preach.
Come again. What come again?
If you meet a girl,
Mm-hmm.
don't put forward the money.
Don't.
Put forward the money.
Okay.
Use the money to create experiences that connects both of you.
Okay.
Do you understand? So now, where you can do that is you have the
It's
money.
like the bells
Yeah.
just that
Nah, ain't be
technology.
that. Ain't be that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, my man, 200 spectators.
In 500 meters, turn left onto Canaan Entrance Road.
Finally reach.
So okay. Well, set on left. So what's this?
So yeah, create experiences that she will remember and you two would also enjoy, because that's where you even get to show your genuine self, like, and you get to see what she has to offer you. But if you're creating an experience where she's the only one and having the fun, and you are just like, oh, this money, what?
That's one statement like happy wife, happy life, happy wife comes from now.
Exactly.
Very, very ratty, stupid statement.
As in, you're doing something you're not enjoying it. What's not the use of it?
Like, so what happens to both of us enjoying? What happens to both of us happy? Like, I don't know. So that, and this thinking is to pure rubbish. So I remember something now. I was at this shawarma store. No, please die now.
Left onto Canaan
A man just came, he bought shawarma, he liked it. He went home, he went somewhere. I think I'll call you home. And he went and brought his kids. And then, so why like 6 of them? So why he was with the kids? A woman came down, she was making a call. She now asked, okay, how much is the shawarma? They gave her the price. Because there were 6 or 7, she tried to negotiate the
Yeah,
price.
discounts.
And the guy said, sorry, we don't do that here. And the guy was like, I've already paid though. There's even no point negotiating because I've already paid and already doing it. And the guy was like, collect money back. She said, collect money back. And the guy was like, I've already paid, so what's the point of collecting money back? They're like, I said, collect money back. The guy said he can't now. He has already paid. Now, she was like,
She was
she
furious
told,
with it though.
sorry?
She was very furious with
Very,
it.
very. She told the kids, enter the car, let's go. Let's go back home.
Yeah.
So he drove some in his car and she drove some in her car.
Yeah.
She told all of them, let's go. She looked at the last born. She told the last born, follow me, let's go. I saw nobody follow her go. She come vex, come out. I'm like, what kind of fucked up spirit is this?
Come on. Interesting stuff.
Like, the guy just felt stupid with everybody looking, and I'm like, wow.
You feel stupid now. You need to control. You need to control.
I've not been here in about 10 years. Almost 10 years.
Why did you come here in the
My cousin did graduation.
Okay.
And that was like 2010,
That was more than 10 years already.
14 years there. But
Wow.
Turn right onto Covenant University Road.
Wow. These ones, they don't come since like 4 o'clock.
Left to
who's that?
All these ones, they go back. Unless they're coming from near places. 'Cause
So they have no slept here. I'm saying that
telling you.
Sienna probably think is taking people to a very far distance. So it's probably here for a very long time.
Turn left toward Wisdom Way, then turn right onto Wisdom Way.
I remember one story someone gave me that they suspended some babes because they left school, then they went and posted shit on their Snapchat, and they got casted and got suspended. I'm like, the fuck?
maybe it's fine.
Head west on Covenant University Road toward Road G Covenant University. Continue for 800 meters.
I don't think these guys have medicine.
No, they don't.
I remember when this guy used to feel so powerful. He will make statements that are very outlandish, and they will believe him.
Edipo.
Edipo. The guy says that God showed him that in year 2022, Covenant will be number 1 in the world. I said, okay.
You know, say principalities and powers there around there.
No, forget that point. He said God showed him a vision. And if you are saying, I feel like let's cross check our thinking, right? God is most powerful, no arguments. God showed you a vision that this is what is going to happen. So what the fuck is the principalities there again? If God parted the whole Red Sea, then what the fuck can happen that will stop the vision that he said happen? My point is that the guy talks anyhow. I'm sorry if you're his guy, but
I'm not his guy. None of them is my guy. Neither I'm their guy. But
no, I just say because they have a lot of fans and everything. And like, if he says this is what is going to happen and this is what God showed him, then
see the amount of shit in this. See, I'm not follow this boss like this.
oh no, the boss knows where it's coming out from now. You just feel awkward.
This kind of thing now, they for say 100 living.
I was thinking of something like that. Too. I was thinking of something like that. But to them, it's really not their problem. Do you think it's their problem?
It's not their problem.
Okay, so yes, so guys, a short story, right? A short story. A mother was speaking to her son, who's in his 30s, and she says, "Oh, she's lonely where she's staying, and she's getting old. She wants the guy to move his family down, to live close to her, where they can see, or even if not even move into her house. I think it's to move into her house with the family." And the man was like, "No, his job is right here in the city. His family is used to the city. Why should they move back to meet the mother?" And the mother says, "Oh, but you made a promise." And the boy is like, "Oh, hold on. When did I make such a promise?" And the mother goes back, "Can't you remember? You were 4 when you made that promise. And now looking at it, your mother made a request when you were 4. First of all, you didn't even have the impetus to even think about any opposing response because you were just in that moment. I'm very sure you didn't even say no. Like, how would you even say no? Johnny, promise you will stay, promise you'll always be there for me even when I'm old. No, mommy, I won't be there. Like, how's that possible? It is not possible for any kid to have done that, except the kid is that is playful or right from birth. It was sent from hell. But you get the gist. So this topic is a topic of silent contract and is a way women manipulate men. A lot of men, although some men do it too, I'm not going to lie, some men do it, but this is this right. We are social creatures, 100%. We are social creatures. However, we should never, ever, ever be pressured to doing things that we don't want to do just because somebody else did a favor for us. If it's a favor, quite all right. Let it be a favor. I don't have to pay you back. And it goes to you also. If you do somebody a favor, you should do without expecting anything in return. You should do without expecting anything in return. And if you expect something in return, it ends up becoming a transaction. It ends up becoming a transaction and no more a, what do they call it? It's no longer a favor. So going back to the thing, right? After a lady say, oh, after all I have done for you, and so what? Why do you do them? Oh, I did it for love. If it is for love and you love the person, because take it or leave it, right? When you love somebody, you do what is best for that person. Then what is best for the two of you coming together. And this is what I feel like when you begin to question things, when you begin to ask questions, that'll be your best way of thinking. So see this way. Whenever girls say, oh, I love you for who you are, I'm like, okay, no problem. If you love me, do you want the best for me? Yes. Do you think you're the best for me? Keep quiet. I've already done that to one or two ladies, and the response I see in their face is insane. Now, I'm not saying that you should go and do this for everybody because there's a skill and art to it. There's a way you deliver it that sounds rugged. There's a way you deliver it in moment and everything. So my point is that what this idea that women are natural lovers and all of that. I'm sorry. You may see it that way because of the way your mother treated you. But that is not reality. That's not most women you will see around. Women will love you mostly for what you can do first, right? Before those extra love come in place. So what that means is that I'm not here saying that, oh, they want you for your money, they want you for your dreams. I would say see this way, right? There's a field for acceptance. I'm looking for a right term to use. But stick with me. Stick with me. For you to put your leg, for you to put your foot, for you to get your foot through the door, right? You need some things to be in place. Now, it is that love that probably sticks around that makes the entry worth it. But in the very end, you need what it takes to get into position first. You cannot do without it. So whenever I hear people say, oh, get a woman to love you for who you are. Yes, there are women who will love you for who you are. But at the same time, you also need that provision. You need that protection. You may not be the richest man, which I don't think being the richest man in the world won't get you shit. It only gets you power and control over other people. But back to the whole idea of silent contracts, right? They do things with the hope that when they want to make a request, they can guilt trip you. They can tell you, oh, I have paid my dues. It's like somebody who is to me, it feels like that's the same way bribery happens. It's the same way bribery happens. I have given you a gift. So I think I expect my reward. And you have to comply. If you do not comply, something is wrong with you. Why would you do that to me? So I'm saying this because a lot of guys still say things like, oh, she loves me so much. She has done so much for me. And so what? If you want to be with her because you want to be with her. You're not being with her because she has done so much for you. What's up? But this is her. And don't they have like a portal space or something? like to make an announcement in the.
I've told the porter, I don't know what he's doing. Just left. He has not come back since.
So how do you know he's not in his room?
I sent somebody else like to go and check. Like I told somebody to help me check.
You know his room.
Hmm?
You know his room.
F202. I don't
Interesting.
Let me go and try.
I know you are. So yeah, I'm out here. I came to pick up my guy's brother from school. All these private universities and their BS type shit. So yes, silent contract. So on the other hand, you too, as a listener, should never actually ever do favors with the hope of expectation. Like if you give somebody money, like genuinely give, why are you expecting favors? It's one thing if you are doing it because favors are expected. And which brings me back to this because I had an argument with somebody, right? And he says he saw a post and sent it to me, and the post says, by becoming a man is realizing that you don't go to the gym, to impress babes, you don't go to the you don't get rich to impress babes. Like, okay, no, sorry. You become a man when you stop seeking validation from women. Yes, I think that was the argument. I said it's true. Like, at first, to be very, very honest, right, women are the motivating factor, right? But by the time you see that, that is a process by evolution to get you to start on a path. When you get on that path, you will get the gist. You will figure out that it is not about the women. And it's not a way of validation. You go to the gym at first, right? Because you want to prove that you are your physique, you're stronger than the other person, you can protect, your physique is good, you have it's a sign of healthy genes and everything, right? Smart thing to do, very, very smart thing to do. But at some point, when you begin to see the benefit it does to you, you will get the gist. That is why sometimes when I see people talk about benefits of going to the gym, I'm like, nobody goes to the gym because of benefits. We're all driven by vanity. So vanity, yes, is vanity quite alright, but it helps us to start some things. It puts us in a particular direction that I do not think, what's that word? Vanity, negative energy, negativity, wanting to feel much more superior. They are motivating factors that push us to start something. But you can't go far with it. If you're new to the gym, right? Take it a little. If you take it about 3 to 5 years, except you live in a very fucked up, you go to a very fucked up gym, for you to be the strongest or the most buff in your gym, it takes you a while to get there. But at some point, you'll be like, nah, is it worth it? This is where things like the subtle art of not giving a fuck comes in. Because if you don't give a fuck, then you will not be bothered. So, still on silent contract, right? Because once in a while I like this talk because I get to like digress and everything. So so whenever I think one way you can dictate, because I think this whole silence contract thing, yeah, it leads to a sense of entitlement. And that entitlement has actually taken a lot of men down, like a lot of men. So what we can do, right? What we can do as men is whenever you detect silence contracts, whenever you detect we are being guilt tripped, what you can do is call it out. Ask questions like, call it out. Okay. Is that why it's not with me? Oh, I stopped for him for 10 years. But if you're not compatible for marriage, I'm not compatible for marriage. Why are you making it sound like a big deal? Yes, I know that. I know. So I feel like in this life, right, there's always a nice dance between polar opposites. Right? There's always a nice dance. So I'm not a believer of saying that, oh, if you struggle with a man, or not struggle with you. The point is, it's a nice dance. It's a nice dance. You have to figure out the rhythm to it. So, yes, but for most people, it doesn't work. Right? There are a whole lot of moving parts. Because what do you want to achieve? A couple of guys you can see that they are being guilt tripped, but they don't mind. They are not bothered. They are just doing their thing. Just doing their thing completely. So whenever somebody says that, oh, after all I've done for you, okay, yes, I appreciate it, but you did that for me because you loved me, or you did that for me because of there is a transaction that I'm not aware of. Call it out. Yes, it's a very tough conversation, but yes, it's tough. But what is tougher is you letting it slide and you being the victim. Because take it or leave it. The longer that people wait, or the more they keep doing that favor with you, and you know that you cannot pay the price, the higher the price gets. So for example, a woman is with you, you have nothing, she sees you hustling, she sees you grinding. Oh, mind you, I love you for who you are. Just try, don't try for anything. Just be at that level for the next 5 years and see what happens. When she loves you for who you are. The point is, yes, women will love you, but at the same time, you still need to make that progress because it's a healthy one to have, regardless. So, if you're hustling and she's out there sticking it out with you, building with you, don't tell her, boss, my guy, don't try to play smart. If you suspect that she's probably doing it as a relationship card, then I think you have to know what you're doing. Because trust me, the advice I'll give to you here is not what I think I would want to do, what I want to give, but figure it out. Tell me what it is. If she claims it's love, you love her back, that's fair. That's not a transaction. It is two of you helping each other out. But if you know you don't actually quote unquote love this person, but yet you are seeing her put this effort, you know that she's making an investment she wants to cash out on. And I think you should call it. You should call it. Rather than wasting her time. The same thing with, and you too, if you're doing favors for people that you know that they're going to pay the price in the future, stop it. Stop it. Get help. You're wasting your time on the other person's time. So that's it. And that's one way I know that you can remove entitlement. And please, I think it's best to avoid over entitled people. The risk is not worth it. It's not worth the reward. So yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you when I get back to the studio. I quickly need to check up on my guys, and then we'll talk shortly. Talk to you soon, and bye for now. So I have to disagree with Hamza in this video, right? I just watched a video of Hamza talking about how he regrets making certain kinds of videos and how those videos may have made people become more degenerate, right? Talking about how to get women, how to bag a lot of women. And one thing I say is that he's not wrong. He's not wrong. What he's missing is context. Now, let me explain to you, right? Now, Hamza is simply just telling men to do what they need to do to get women. Now, there's really nothing bad in it. The thing is that there's a concept I'm about to explain to you, which is you have to get the point. Now, what does it mean for you to get the point? Now, if you pay attention to the red pill space, to people who may be extreme, you get to realize that their advice drives you towards taking certain action. Now, at some point, after taking that action, you come to a realization that this thing will take me far. And all of a sudden, you begin to switch your source of motivation. So, for example, Hamza is here telling you how to bag more girls, right? Now, imagine you're done bagging more girls. You're taking his advice. Let's say 6 months to a year. How would you feel? Your social skills would have drastically improved. Your speech would have drastically improved. But the bottom line here is that we are all driven by vanity. And you should not entirely look at it as, oh, it's vanity that we are driven by, so I should not be driven at all. No. Almost everyone is driven by vanity. And you're driven by vanity until you get the point, until you get the message. And this is where I think a lot of people actually miss the point. I will always use a gym as an example. You go to the gym because you want to build muscles, because you want to build strength. Now, that does not mean that you become the strongest in the gym. But as you begin to lift weights, all of a sudden, you begin to see that the reason you came into the gym, which is either to get girls, to build larger muscles than somebody else, or to prove that whole alpha strength, the reason you're going there has sort of switched because you get the point on why you're in the gym. Same thing, but within that period of using that vanity to motivate you, you have become a different person. So now Hamza has tried to use vanity to motivate his people, motivate his audience. Now he himself has gotten the message now that, oh, this may not be a right source of motivation. Let's try to motivate them in a different manner. And that does not mean that what he did in the past was wrong. No, it's that he has gotten the point. Now, I tell people that until you have gotten the point, until you have experienced it, to some extent, you really will not understand it. So, for example, we often see rich people make statements like, oh, I wish I was broke again. When I was broke, I was much more happier. But you who is broke does not understand because you don't get the point. People believe that when they are rich, when they acquire certain things, when they acquire certain materialistic things, then they become happy. Then they'll become different sets of people. But all of a sudden, they attain those things and they come to see that, okay, it's actually the striving, not getting it that actually counts. That's why you hear J. Cole talking about how he's happy being broke. Because he gets it. Now he has the thing that he thinks he lacks. And now he gets it. Same thing. I tell people that having a lot of sex is not as glamorous as people preach it to be. But your brain will not understand it because it can't comprehend it. You just feel like, oh, this guy is just signaling. But I'll tell you to go ahead, experience it. This is what's going to happen. If you have successfully learned how to talk to women, right? What you have discovered is at the end of the journey, when you have seen that it is just out vanity, you have become a better person, a different person, somebody who is much more fluent with women. And then, as compared to the advice of no, ignore them, leave them alone, then you've discovered that you are 30s, you are rich, you have money, but you don't have social skills. So I get that sometimes. When some people take advice, right, that's motivated by vanity, ego, negative energy, sometimes they never get the point. So they keep, that's why it's called a hedonic treadmill. They keep looking for the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. Same thing you see everywhere. Okay, and I think this point also ties back to the point of the Hermetic philosophies when they say that is it? So we need basically I don't remember, I can't remember the principle now, but the first process has left my head. But you need the low point in your life to actually appreciate the high point in your life, because if you were happy all through, right? If you were rich all through, if you have everything all through, you don't know what you're lacking until you see that low point. So that low point where you are in your life, you should be grateful for it, right? And whatever it takes for you to get it to a high point, you can use it. And newsflash, for most people, it is vanity. So Hamza, you're not wrong, right? But trying to motivate people using the thing that they want, the vanity metrics that they want. You're not necessarily, what's that word? You're not I'll say, you're not ignorant of it. You're not. You're just simply showing people what they want to know. Now, think about it, Hamza. Look back at people who now talk to women confidently. Look back at people who now have started a business. Yes, it's probably to fund some funny activities. Look back at people who have improved. Now, look at those who have probably joined your community and have left because they get the message. Now, okay, another example that I tell people now is that Andrew Tate or the Red Pill has this idea that if a girl breaks your heart, you should tell her fuck off. Go out there, work on yourself. Again, negative energy as a source of motivation. Now, you're in that state. Maybe you're going to the gym, you're leveling up as a guy. You want to prove a point that you can become rich, that you are better than her. Now, think about it. It gets to a point where you get the message where, okay, wait, the person who I'm doing this for is probably not as attractive as what I want anymore. In short, it even gets better when mentally you change the kind of person you are attracting into your life. What that means is that you probably have a physique, a type of person you have in mind, but as you're on this self-improvement journey, right, and all of a sudden your taste in women changes, you get to discover that she herself was not as beautiful as she is, or now you're getting rich, now you're self-improving, now you're thinking that she's going to, what's that word, feel try to say the word guilty, feel remorse that she lost you. But the real guys who get the point, who get the message, will get to realize that it's in the past. She's no longer worth it. Yes, she's the reason I started. Yes, she broke my heart and she put me here, but in the very essence, that revenge is not worth it. And that reminds me, there's a particular saying somebody quoted it from the Bhagavad Gita. Now, I'm not sure it was there because I have listened to it and I've read a short copy and I can't remember seeing such, but it says, revenge is never the answer, neither is forgiveness. So yes, and I would always tell you that if you are really, really into self-improvement journey, always go for the spiritual books. The spiritual books always have the right information. They always have the right juice, the right blend for you. And these are things that you should never ever give up. So let me see. And looking at Hamza's story and looking at the fact that people are trashing him, is that yes, his audience, a lot of them never get the point. Now, if Hamza ever gets to watch this video, right, he should understand that he's at the point of his journey where he has seen that vanity at some point will die out. The ego-driven approach will die out. So something must replace it. Something that pulls them. So there are two types of motivation, right? The push motivation, where, for example, a girl breaks your heart, and that need to want to make her feel bad for breaking your heart pushes you towards becoming better, pushes you to the gym, pushes you to start a business. But at some point, maybe the business is going fine, and you're looking at maybe she doesn't really care. Maybe she's beginning to care. But at some point, if you want that business to continue, you have to flip your motivation to something that pulls you, something that is much more, that's bigger than you. That's where things like purpose comes from. So you need the both of them. You need you need the push, the vanity, the ego-driven, because it's short term. And then all of a sudden you have to replace it. So Hamza, if you're watching this, you need to understand that you have changed the lives of the people. Now, the only thing I need to do is make them understand that they have gotten to a point in life where they have to change their source of motivation. So that's it. I quickly have a meeting to attend. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.